How's everybody doing? How you doing? My name is Chris Carr, and welcome to Blab this week. As you notice, we have somebody a little bit different in the band today. I would like you to say hello to Dave Stahlberg over here. Dave is a trombone player, and he's going to do a little work with us a little bit later on the show. Dave, glad to have you with us, babe. Looking. I love these guys. Of course, you have to say hello to Ziplock and the Bodybags. All right, fellas, how's it going? What's with your hair, Mitch, man? You kind of got it all. You got to get that little funk thing going. We've got our own little sideshow Mel here. We can do anything, okay? Really, you know, nothing's really happened in my week. I have a boring life, guys. You know, you guys have bands and stuff like that. I'm starting to write a comic book, though, and things are going pretty well with that. Look for it. It'll be coming to your shop soon, hopefully, if I can sell it. The character's name is Damage, so look for it at your comic book stores. That's my own little personal thing. Fred, our producer, will kill me, but hey, Fred, what are you going to do now? All right, now let's get started. Now we're going to introduce Cynthia Stevens. She does a little bit of acupuncture therapy, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Cynthia, how you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to be on the show. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. So how did you get started in acupuncture?
Well, I grew up with asthma for pretty much my whole life, and when I was about 19, I was working with a girl who was studying acupuncture at the time, and I was having a particularly bad summer breathing, so she asked me if I would be interested in trying some acupuncture, and I did, and it worked very well, so eventually I wound up going to school
So next thing you know, you're like, bam, I can do that too.
That's it.
So it really worked out really well for you.
Very well.
And that's great.
Yeah.
So we have our victim here. I shouldn't say victim. Donald Peterson. He's I think Donald's asleep here.
No, not yet.
Not yet, but he's working on it. Donald has a little problem with his left shoulder.
His left shoulder, and he has some cervical neck stiffness and pain.
Okay, so we're gonna work him up to a lather here and do a little work with him. So
Right.
why don't you go ahead and get started?
Okay.
All right. One thing we'd like to say is we're not going to use real needles tonight,
Right.
because of the fact of the state of Illinois hasn't really cleared it yet. So we're
Right.
having a
It's in the
small problem.
process of it's a bill right now, and it's now in the Senate committee. They're voting on it. So the Senate will be voting on it any time now.
So call your congressman. You know
That's
what
right.
you wanted? Yes, acupuncture therapy.
Right.
Okay, let's clear up some misconceptions about acupuncture therapy. I mean,
Okay.
when everyone sees that nowadays, it's just like you see it in some karate flicks, and some guy
Right.
has these big needles sticking out, and they're all
Right.
smoking.
Well, acupuncture has really come quite a long way. It's one of the oldest forms of medicine. It's still practiced in the Orient. A lot of misconceptions people have about traditional Chinese medicine in general is that it's just straight acupuncture, and that is not the case. What we're going to do on the show today is show you some needleless methods of acupuncture in traditional Chinese medicine for some people who may be a little bit needle phobic, or, you know, when it's just not necessary. So,
Like me.
Right.
I'm needlephobic.
Okay. So
don't like 'em.
part
Sure.
of what traditional Chinese medicine incorporates is massage therapy. And what I'm going to be doing here is a little bit of a combination of shiatsu, which is a Japanese acupressure, and tui na, which is a Chinese acupressure massage.
Okay, what's the difference in between the two?
Okay, shiatsu incorporates a lot more of the meridians and acupressure points. Meridians are energetic pathways through which qi or energy pass.
Okay.
Okay, and traditional Chinese medicine, basically what it does is it incorporates the theory of balancing the body energetically, okay? So shiatsu incorporates more acupressure using the meridians, and tui na is more of what I'm doing now, where you see a lot of, you know, kneading and pushing and things like that. So we're manipulating a lot more.
Donald, how's it feel? Great.
Donald's knocked out.
Okay.
Also, one thing we like to say, too, is that in most cases when you're using needles, you have to be in the company of an actual doctor as
Right.
well.
I work under the supervision of an orthopedic surgeon, and basically what I do is pain control. Although I do a lot of balancing out of the body, and a lot of times people come for low back pain and they find things that they've been suffering from for years, like sinus congestion, digestive problems. Those all are alleviated at the same time.
Oh, fantastic.
Right.
So we can work on me during the show, too, because I got this big sinus clog
Sure.
with the
Yeah.
October winds coming along, and I'm
Right.
congested, and phlegm is like my middle name. So that's great. That's fantastic. Also, you know, I actually had this done when I was younger. I had the plum method. That's what it's
The
called?
plum blossom hammer.
Yeah, I had that done when
Right.
because I had a lot of allergies and I had a lot of problems then. And I just remember it was just the most comfortable thing that I had
Right.
ever really
We're going to
done.
do a little bit of plum blossoming tonight, only we're going to do the needleless plum blossom hammer. We're going to, it has plastic prongs
Needleless,
in
did you
place
hear
of the
that?
needle.
Needleless.
Right. So there are different ways to do, what it is a surface neural stimulation. It stimulates the surface nerves, and in that method, depending on where we're working, it's going to promote a lot of blood flow through the muscle, break up a lot of lactic acid, which, you know, prevents the blood flow. Lactic acid is a substance that's in the muscle, and a lot of times when you overstrain a muscle or you have a traumatic injury like a fall, it kind of builds itself up in an area as a self-protection, you know, to stop the muscle from being strained, ripped, torn, you know, what have you. So what we're going to do with massage is break up that lactic acid buildup because although it's a helpful thing and it prevents the muscle from being injured, it doesn't allow the blood flow through.
Okay.
And that's where knots and spasms happen.
All right. So how long did it take you to train to do this? I
Okay.
mean, you just couldn't wake up and go, hey. I
No,
wanna
you can't. There's a 2-year college science prerequisite to enter the course, enter the course, and then it's a 3-year academic program, and you have to do your internship.
Okay, where did you do yours at?
I did my internship, part of it at Cook County Hospital in the pain clinic.
Fantastic.
Right. The Midwest Center for Oriental Medicine is the school that I attended to study acupuncture. And I also worked in a sports rehab clinic that is run by Dr. Mitchell Goldfleece, who's the head orthopedic surgeon at Columbus Hospital.
Okay, yeah. Make sure the guys at
And I
the
interned
gym
under
loved
one-
you over there.
Right. I interned under one of his acupuncture therapists. And I am currently in affiliated private practice with Dr. Spiro Stamalos in Buffalo Grove in Chicago.
Okay, and then we'll have that information a little bit later on the show where people can get a hold of you if they
Right.
would like to have some acupuncture therapy done. Okay, so we're just loosening up the muscles right
Right.
now. When do we get to the good stuff? I want to get to the good stuff.
Okay.
I mean, let's just
We're going to
watch
put
it
this
and
behind his shoulder,
Uh-huh.
his arm here. And this allows us to get into the muscles below the scapula here and really loosen up a lot of the joint. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
You know,
intern
this
it.
will be great, you know, and invite women over and do a little bit of massage there.
Yeah, in lieu of etchings, huh? Yeah.
You know what I learned on Blab this week? Why don't you come on over and I'll show you.
Okay, I'm going to go to the other side now.
Okay, we're coming over here.
And we're just going to loosen up both sides to make sure that he's even and relaxed in the muscles to get ready for the next form of therapy that we're going to show.
Okay, and then we're going to use some of the other...
The plum blossom hammer.
Oh, we're going to
right.
go with the
Then we're
plum
going to go with the
blossom.
plum blossom hammer. Now, what that does is whatever lactic acid that has not been broken up by the deep tissue massage, that will also help to break that up so that the blood can flow through the muscle a little more evenly. And you can see this is the shoulder that Don's having a little more trouble with as far as back extension. So what we're going to do is go through the muscle here and loosen it up.
Still with us, Don?
Oh, yeah. Still hanging in there.
Good,
Okay. Let me
good.
know if I'm going too hard.
We'll just hear a big, hear a big shriek really
Right.
quick. Yeah.
Okay, relax the arm.
See, this is not too bad. I mean, you know, a little bit of exposure. You do a little back thing on here. Donald feels great. He's looking good.
Okay, now we're going to go back to the plum blossom hammering.
Okay.
Okay, and just to make sure that the skin is clean, we're going to take a little alcohol-soaked cotton swab. And we're going to
Just
clean
gonna
his
do a little
skin.
rub.
Right.
So this is perfectly safe. No one has anything to worry about.
Right.
Even the needles that you do use
Everything
are
is
disposable.
disposable. Everything is disposable now.
It's fantastic,
needles,
especially
yeah.
with everything